Hey everyone, how's it going? I hope you're doing well, and welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to be going through week 1 of the SDL season 13. Hoping to start the season with a W in the win column and all that stuff. You can see my team on the left and my opponent's team is on the right. I just realized the setup is wrong because I usually don't show all 6 Pokemon beforehand. But you know what, oh well, you're probably going to skip through anyway, which is fine, just to see the sets and then watch the battle. So if you're not familiar with how I do things, I basically do a team builder and then I cut right to the live battle, and I do a little bit of live commentary. So that is what we're going to try to do today. As you can see, my opponent has their team in the top right as well as mine to their left, obviously. And I don't know, we're going with the Pokemon Home sprites for this one. I know in BBDL we did Gen 5, but that's because PLA used Gen 5 sprites. So I'm not sure if this draft league, I don't know what this server does, but we're going to stick with Pokemon Home. Of course, the shinies, because shinies are awesome. And yeah, pretty good looking lineup here we got going on. A lot of purple on my team, a lot of purple and red. So anyway, looking at my opponent's team, I think it's a really good draft. I think we have our work cut out for us, to say the least, because I just think it's very complex. It's got a lot of things going for it. He did have the #1 overall pick, and he picked Regieleki, very solid. It really helps with his kind of rain team. It can also solo, do things on its own with the ability to terrestrialize and turn into maybe an ice type or a grass type. Probably, well, I don't even know for this matchup what it'll be. It might, I don't know. It could be a few different things, but hopefully we're prepared enough for the Regieleki and whatever shenanigans it decides to do. And then he's got the Rillaboom Heatran core. Of course, Rillaboom stopping or kind of slowing down like an earthquake from just anything on my team. It kind of weakens it for Heatran, which is good. I have a few Earthquake users on this team, so yeah. Anyway, he's also got the Rain, obviously, like I said. Swift Swim, and that's Basculegion female, I believe. So it's a little weaker than Basculegion male, but it does still get a Last Respects move. So with the Swift Swim, that's really powerful. Or you could just go Scarfed Adaptability. That could also be a problem. With the Barraskewda, Swift Swim, obviously. Another third Swift Swim user in Overquill, which is good because it kind of varies his typing. It's a dark poison type. It can also run Intimidate, so he's got 2 Intimidate users in Crocodile and Overquill. And Dash, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm just gonna say Dash Bun, which is his fairy type. Good defensive typing. Good defensive stat. Well, okay. Sorry. Base 115 defense, and then everything else is pretty bad for that Pokemon if you're not aware what it does. But it is a fire immunity, which is important to know. I think it like boosts its defense when it gets hit by a fire move and it doesn't take damage. So something to keep in mind. Not that he really needs any more fire resistance. He's literally got like 3 resistances and then an immunity in Heatran. So unless it runs Flame Body. And then finally Low Kicks, which is his other Terra captain. Which is cool, I guess. Low Kicks is fun. It's the dark bug type. I don't expect it to come, but it's possible. Maybe if he runs Scarfed, he might want to do stuff with it. So, let's look at my team and what I'm bringing. We have the Zoroark, Hisuian, the Focus Sash with Illusion. Enough speed for Crocodile. I think there's like 3 Pokemon on this team that are speed creeping the Crook. Because I'm not going to try to speed creep Dash Bun. I think if it comes, it's going to be a defensive set, so that's what I'm going to do. And there's really nothing else to speed creep for my team. So we've got the Focus Sash there, just so I can take an attack and hopefully Nasty Plot up and do some damage with Hyper Voice and Shadow Ball. Shadow Sneak also for priority. And yeah, like we outspeed everything except Barraskewda and Regieleki. Of course, Swift Swim, Overquill, Swift Swim, Basculegion, we have to keep in mind. But yeah, and we are disguising this as Goodra, which I guess I'll click next. Basically, I want this is the only Pokemon on this team that's weak to fighting, because I didn't bring Cloyster. So hopefully we can maybe bait like a close combat from Barraskewda, or maybe a fighting type attack from Rillaboom. You know, whatever it may be, so that I can, you know, I'll be immune to it. So they'll attack, and it's not going to work because I'm actually a ghost type, and then we'll be good. So that's hopefully the plan. We'll see if it works or not. Also, if Basculegion wants to use a ghost type move, maybe like Last Respects or something, and I'm Zoroark, I mean, I think at that point, well, anyway, if I'm Zoroark, you know, he won't be able to click a water type attack against Goodra. I don't know if Basculegion gets a fighting type attack. I don't remember off the top of my head, but Last Respects is neutral against Goodra, but of course I'm immune to it. So anyway, let's talk about Goodra a little bit. Leftovers with the Spidef, it allows me to deal with a few Pokemon, Heatran mainly, well, Regieleki mainly, as well as Heatran, Pelipper. Rillaboom doesn't really, you know, well, I resist its stab very well. You know, just, I guess it can Earthquake or high horsepower, I guess. But you know, with the Shelter Body Press set, I think this could put in some work. Hopefully it does. Shelter will just raise my defense by 2. I could run Acid Armor, and it has more power points because 30. Well, hold on. Is it? Oh, it's right here. 32 power points. Shelter only has 16, but I figured this is like the signature move. I might as well use it. See if it has a cool animation on Showdown. I'm probably not going to end up using it 16 times, so you know, in that case, I deserve to lose. So, but yeah, with the Shelter plus Body Press, we can hit a lot of things, and the only Pokemon that deal with that pretty well would be obviously Basculegion, who doesn't get affected by it, and then Pelipper, which you know, resist it. So I'll be able to Thunderbolt both of those Pokemon, which is good. And then I have Flash Cannon for that dash button if he ends up bringing it. It's also just a nice stab option. Really wish this thing got Hydration. Regular Goodra does, but Hisuian Goodra gets Shell Armor instead. Hydration would be nice because I can run Rest and then Cure it if I'm in the rain, which would be pretty cool. But anyway, let's flip over to Cinderace here. I find it pretty interesting how these EVs work. It's like 104, 252, 152, and then 252, 104, 152. That's just how it ends up working out here. So yeah, also speed creeping Crocodile, obviously. And we have the Choice Scarf on here with the high jump kick, Gunk Shot, U-turn, Electro Ball. How am I yawning? Okay, that was like a mini yawn. It didn't really count. It's only 6 p.m. Damn it. This is gonna be rough. But yeah, I just didn't really need a fire type move. Obviously, Cinderace in the rain is not very good, or against the rain. But if I'm clicking any one of these moves, if I get it off first, which kind of what the Scarf is there for, then I'm not actually a fire type. I don't have any fire type moves. I figured, you know, Electro Ball's really good for like Pelipper. Also Basculegion, because I don't hit this thing with anything unless I'm Sucker Punching, which I'm not even bringing. Only thing is Stealth Rocks, which I might have to change up this team because Rotom actually can't run Defog, so I kind of realized that, luckily enough. So you know, I might have to put some sort of hazard removal on this team, but we'll see. Because well, his only Stealth Rockers are Heatran and Croak, but those are 2 pretty common Stealth Rockers. Anyway, Electro Ball for the Pelipper switch in and Basculegion. Either one he wants to bring in, I deal with pretty well with that move. I think I OHKO a Fizz Def Pelipper. Or I know I do. Gunk Shot, 2 hits. I guess just the Rillaboom, so that I'm not, you know, he's protected with the rain, so Powerball won't do as much, but Gunk Shot, if I have the Libero boost on Poison type, that's going to do a lot to him. It's also nice for Dash Bun. High Jump Kick will hit the Heatran and the Crook, and then, well, generally, High Jump Kick is going to be the move of choice, unless, well, I don't know, maybe just U-turn, because U-turn's a pretty safe move no matter what. It gets me a stab boost, and yeah, it does some stuff. I don't even know if I outspeed Regieleki. I probably don't. He's probably gonna EV it for like a Scarfed Zoroark or Scarfed Staraptor, and I don't outspeed either of those with this set, but I wanted the extra special attack investment for that Electro Ball to do a little bit more to, you know, like a psuedo or a Basculin or a Pelipper, those three. So I feel like that could be kind of a shocker move, which could be really helpful. So next up is Slither, our Intimidate Gyarados with boots. I have enough speed to outspeed like an Overquill if it doesn't have any speed. Maybe it's a defensive set and I can outspeed it and taunt it to stop it from doing stuff. Can't run Toxic in this gen with Gyarados, so I'm gonna Thunder Wave instead, which is gonna help for speed control against like Rillaboom, Heatran, Barrascuda, really anything I'm able to Thunder Wave, and that's really good for me. Earthquake will hit like a Heatran, it'll hit the Overquill super effectively. That's about it. You know, I wish I could Toxic like a Pelipper switching in, but if I can Thunder Wave it, that'll be helpful. And you know, if it gets low, I can also taunt it so it can't roost. And of course, Paraflinch shenanigans with Waterfall is very cool. Another Fizz Def Mon here, Rotom-Mow. I feel like I really gotta prep for his physical attackers because there's a lot of them. His only special attackers are Regieleki, Heatran, and Pelipper. If you want to count Pelipper, I'm gonna count that as like half. And same with Heatran because it's not really gonna be doing much in the rain. So you know, Regieleki is his main real special attacker, which I feel like Guja deals with pretty well. So yeah, Rotom-Mow with the Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split, Volt Switch, Leaf Storm. As I said, I had Defog instead of Will-O-Wisp, and I obviously can't run that, so just another status option is nice to burn things. I'd rather burn the Rillaboom. I can burn Croak because I can't Thunder Wave it, obviously. I'd rather burn Basculin, Barrascuda. I mean, most things I'd rather burn, but Thunder Wave is nice if I see that Will-O-Wisp is not going to happen. It's at least a different status move I can use. Finally, we have Staraptor, Choice Scarfed with that same speed tier. U-turn Brave Bird, Double Edge, Close Combat. I'm probably going to lead Cinderace because I think it's pretty anti anything on his team to lead unless he leads Regieleki, which could be annoying, but yeah. Staraptor is also a possibility. It's just kind of a Choice Scarfer to come in and deal a lot of damage. His team's very quick with the Swift Swim plus Regieleki, so you know, hopefully we can get rid of Pelipper early and then kind of take away that option to beat me with the rain. So if I lead Cinderace and he leads Pelipper, I'll probably have to be patient and U-turn because my opponent, they'll probably expect the Electro Ball at that point. If I'm leading with it, since Pelipper is a relatively common lead for rain teams because it can U-turn out and all that. So you know, but this is just thinking ahead. I might just U-turn, and then he might think I don't have Electro Ball, so he'll be more comfortable keeping it in next time we are in that situation. So I might change this to like a Donphan to a Great Tusk. I didn't really like Great Tusk's matchup in this situation though. I just felt like, you know, it's a ground type against a rain team, and that's kind of rough. But hazard removal is going to be very important, or hazard control at least. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. If I make any changes, you'll know about it before the battle or before it like commences. And yeah. So, thank you for watching this section. I'm going to cut to the battle here, and I will see you there. All right, here we are in the battle. Going up against Economical, aka Monai, and he brings a team of Regieleki, Regieleki, Rillaboom, Pelipper, Basculin, Barrascuda, and Heatran. So like probably just the first 6 Pokemon on his team, I'd assume. Let's see here. Okay, so no Crook, no Crocodile, no Overquill, no Dash Bun, no Low Kicks. Makes sense. I think we are going to get destroyed, but I made a last second change and nicknamed Espeon Last Second because it literally was last second. I realized, okay, Rotom-Mow doesn't get defog, so I was going to try to switch it to Cloyster. Cloyster doesn't get Rapid Spin, not anymore apparently, and Florges doesn't get defog. So literally my only hazard control is Magic Bounce Espeon and Rapid Spin Great Tusk, and I just knew I couldn't bring Great Tusk to this matchup. It's just too terrible in this against Rain and also Rillaboom. So yeah, Pretty crazy stuff. It's like max HP, speed creeping the crook, which he didn't bring. I have like 3 things speed creeping a crook here. Actually 4. That's pretty crazy. I mean, we have 2 Scarfers, but still. And then just the rest in special attack. But I think I do lead Cinderace, the set piece here, because if he leads Heatran, I can just U-turn out into Espeon and deal with that kind of shenanigans. So, okay, I'm going to lead Cinderace, and like I said, we're going to put bulking in last, because that's going to help. Okay, Rillaboom leads. This is good for me. We're going to go ahead and U-turn. So he brings in Pelipper. This is okay with me. I get the bug. I guess I can calc this. I did find a damage calc, so this is good. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the timer, to be honest, because I will probably just lose the timer. If we have to play with that. Sash set? Okay, I'm in this new calc. Okay, I gotta toggle 100. Why would someone run an offensive Pelipper? That's pretty goofy. So Libero. Okay, so again, I hope this is 17. No, so he's Fizz Def, so that's good to know. I kind of want to bring in Espeon because I don't really know what this thing wants to do to me. I could also bring in Slither. Let's see here. Hold on, is everything going well? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to do Delusion too quickly. I don't think Staraptor can knock this out. Wait, why is this thing still level 50? Freaking goober. Yeah, I'm not knocking this out. I think I could I could bring in bulking and just T-bolt. I could definitely do that. Probably what I'm going to end up doing here. Yeah, bulking is definitely my best option. My Gudra. Now he probably U-turns. I might just be able to shelter immediately here. I didn't think about my terastallization type. Oh wait, no, it doesn't matter. I can't Terra this thing. I'm so dumb. I'm such a goober. Or I could just Thunderbolt quickly. He doesn't have anything like directly to beat me, but if he does stay in, I can probably knock this thing out. I mean, it's 4 times super effective, and I'm assuming he's Fizz Def, so yeah, it would definitely knock him out. And it would kind of scare him out later. I don't want to reveal my set too quickly though, so I'm just going to T-Bolt. He does bring in Heatran, which was kind of expected, but I get to see what kind of set he is at least. I don't even know if that's going to be T-Bolt, or if that's going to be Spidef. No, it's like mixed. It's like, we'll call it mixed defensive. Oh, hold on, wait, what? Never mind. He's like not even fully invested in. He's like not even fully HP invested, so. With like no Spidef, so that's interesting. He might be offensive in that case. What if he goes for like Eruption here and just destroys something? That would kind of suck, I'm not gonna lie. But if he tries to get up rocks, I can at least bring in Espeon and stop that. Oh, bouncing it back. And he gets a Flash Fire boost, but he's in the range, so I doubt he stays in here. I'm gonna yawn. Okay, he does just stay in, that's fine. Let's see if he stays in here. I think I just yawn again. So I want to see what he brings in. The yawn protect strat. I mean, he can't knock me out here, so I'm not too worried. I'm glad he didn't bring Crook, because this Pokemon cannot actually damage Crocodile, because I'm just mono Psychic, and Psychic, even though I'm not like fully invested, should still do decent damage to things because I'm base 130 special attack. So okay, does he bring in Basculage in here? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pull up. What does this thing actually click other than Last Respects? Like, does it have like a ghost type move? Because he doesn't have anything like it's fainted yet. So can this thing actually do any like real damage to me? I feel like it can't. There's only base 92 attack. I mean, it can Phantom Force, but that's not going to hit me this turn. And he's going to be drowsy. Oh, I forgot to insert my set here. Alright. Vasculogen female. Let's say it's like adamant with what? Like, what's its strongest move? I guess it would be like Wave Crash, right? Oh, that might kill me. Well, that's if he's adaptability. We're gonna assume it's Swift Swim. It still might kill me. Is it worth it? I really don't think it is. I think Slither can definitely come in here very easily. Does this thing get Flip Turn? I didn't really think about that. Okay, so it does this Wave Crash. It's good for me. Bro's asleep now, which is awesome. I think he's gonna bring in maybe Rillaboom. I'd love to paralyze something. As long as he doesn't bring in Regieleki, we are good to go with the Thunder Wave. As long as we connect, at least. Unless they just stay in here, which could be annoying. If they stay in, though, do I just Earthquake? Okay, let's see. I think Pelipper's probably a decent switch in here for them. Not for me, obviously. They bring in Rillaboom. I don't really want to stay in here though, that's the thing. Because we know he's going to be asleep this turn. So, you know, that's good. So we get basically a free switch in. But are they going to stay in? Fearing like a Dragon Dance? Probably not. I think Cinderace is the safest play. Because if he brings in Pelipper, I can just Electro Ball it. If he brings in Rillaboom, I can U-turn again. If he stays in, I can just... Again, he's going to be asleep. Okay, this is good for me. Faux show. I'm just going to U-turn. I have no reason to click it. Well, clicking Electro Ball would be great, but if I lose the prediction, it's like a one-trick pony, right? So I really want to lure him into a false sense of security. So this time he goes into Vasculogen, and it takes 23%, so that's definitely good for me. Now, the way it's set up, so do we turn into bulking when I come in here? I don't even know. Let's see, does this... I wonder how well a Heatran takes. Let's say it's like 200 HP, because we remember it doesn't actually... Oh shoot, it's not actually like fully bulky. We click Shadow Ball, it's still not going to knock him out. Of course it won't. But Depravity, if Depravity comes in. So we know it's Flash Fire, so we don't have to be worried about anything else there. Staraptor is jolly. I really wish it was Adamant Scarf. That would be really good here. But such is life. I shouldn't have prepped for Scarf Crook that much, to be honest. Could go into Depravity, yeah. And just U-turn again. And then if they stay in, I can just bring in Slither. We know he's going to go for a Water type attack if he's lucky enough to get a quick enough. Well, wait, no, he's going to be asleep for this turn. That's right. I don't want to use Delusion too quickly, though. You know, like I don't want to spoil a surprise too quickly. But then again, this is probably the best situation. Okay, so it does bring out Gyarados. Oh, but he didn't see Intimidate, so he knows I'm not. Oh my god, dude. I should have... Okay, so now I know. Because, yeah, whatever. I'm just going to Nasty Claw it. I have the Sash, so I get a hit off guaranteed. Bro knows it's not Gyarados, unless he just didn't pay attention. Okay, Boom comes out. We Nasty... Guys, this is a Gyarados, I swear. Oh my god. Well, that's a complete colossal failure, but we had to learn some way, right? We had to learn some way. +2. Rillaboom. I could knock him out with a Shadow Ball. It's gonna be close. But he's definitely gonna go for a Grassy Bite, I feel like. But I do have speed with the Shadow Sneak, so we can... Oh, okay. Heatran comes out. Maybe he didn't think it was... Maybe he just didn't realize it wasn't a... whatever. Nothing takes the Shadow Ball. It's actually not resisted by his team, so that's good. If I double Nasty Plotted, that would have gone crazy. For real, for real. Alrighty. So we get the first blood. We draw first blood here, which is pretty freaking cool. Okay, let's see. What is economical gonna bring in here? Could try to get up the rain. Could just go Barraskewda. I'm just gonna fire off a Shadow Ball. It's the strongest move against his team for sure. I mean, no, because Hyper Voice is actually a little. I thought it was. For some reason, against Rillaboom, it's like, I don't know. So what is this? Could Terrasilize? I think Shadow Ball is still my safest play. I thought Hyper Voice was stronger. Like, it's stab boosted. I don't know why the calc is saying that Hyper Voice would do less to Rillaboom, because they're both moves are going to be... Yeah, I don't know. I think it's still safe to just click Shadow Ball, though. Maybe not. Because he's definitely not going to tear into a Ghost type, but if he tears into a Dark or Normal type, for whatever reason, that could be bad for Shadow Ball. Steel or Rock are probably not going to happen either. I'm just going to Hyper Voice. I'm going to go by like what I know, which is that Hyper Voice is a stronger base power move. We do knock out the Regieleki, which is awesome. Now we could have switched into Goodra, but I wanted to just knock this Pokemon out, and I was fearing a Volt Switch, to be honest. So yeah, that's that. Now, of course, we have to worry about the Last Respect Basculogen, because the more Pokemon we knock out, the more that thing becomes a threat. Which means we probably just have to keep Slither as healthy as possible. But Slither's not going to knock him out. I could Thunder Wave it, but it's got to get some turns that are... it's got to get some sleeping turns, though, for him to have any use for it. I bet Shadow Sneak does a decent chunk, so I'm just going to click that. Okay, stays in with the Liquidation, that's okay. Now, does Bro have Aqua Jet? Because if it's banded, he's going to have to switch. But Aqua Jet might, like, do a lot of damage to me, which is just such unnecessary damage. I could switch into Cinderace now and just U-turn. I'm serious. What is this Barraskewda trying to be? If it's like, okay, if it's banded, it's switching, or it's getting a lot of damage on it because I'm Scarfed and all that speed. But if he's like Adamant, let's say he's not Life Orb, right? So let's say like Muscle Band. What is an Aqua Jet doing to me? Okay, it does like 76% max, which is not enough to convince me that this isn't the right play. Or I can just Brand Depravity and just Brave Bird, which is such an easier play. Yeah, that is a much easier play, and Aqua Jet does a lot less. So we're going to do that. U-turn does not knock him out, so it's not even worth it to just click anything but Brave Bird. Brave Bird will knock this thing out. It'll definitely 2 KO everything else on this team. So we'll get a kill here, which is good. As long as we don't want to leave ourselves vulnerable to the Basculogen. It is asleep, which is really good. So it's gotta be it's immobilized for 1 turn, at least. But that 1 turn, my opponent can't do anything about. So we can knock it out or at least do a lot of damage that one turn, it'll be good. Unfortunately, we don't have quick attack on this Staraptor, which would have been great, but okay, Pelipper comes out here. Gonna get up the rain. Okay, let's see here. I don't want to let what am I saying? Barraskewda in too easily. So I could switch if I really wanted, but if he gets a U-turn off, he's gonna get in the same position anyway, even if I switch. So we're gonna Brave Bird. Ooh, the double, but I knock it out. So okay, so that's that threat that's gone, which is great news. So we got the rain boosted Barraskewda. Do I even keep this Pokemon around? I'm trying to think of a reason to keep it around tonight. I'm thinking, alright. Because does a Gunk Shot knock out Rillaboom? Yeah, it definitely does. So even with the rain, which is why I have, one of the reasons I have Gunk Shot over Pyro Ball with Cinderace is because it's not affected by the rain. And Gunk Shot is pretty good, pretty darn good here. So what do we do? Yeah, I think we let Depravity go down. Liquidation comes out, knocks me out. This thing could be banded, in which case, like, in that case, bringing in Goodra would be really good here. Unless it just gets, like, straight up 2KO'd by, like, an admin banded Liquidation, which would just be crazy. I mean, is that, like, I feel like it would knock me out, or 2KO me, because it's just so much damage. In the rain, yeah, it's close to it. Well, actually, with leftovers, it's not gonna be. But now, if he's not banded and he goes for close combat, that might just knock me out. Oh, it actually doesn't. Okay. If he's muscle banded, it still doesn't. So I could bring in Bulking here and just Thunderbolt, which would knock this out. It would knock the Pelipper out. Could bring in Rillaboom. But then what does Rillaboom do? Rillaboom could do some things. Whereas if I bring in Slither, I'm pretty sure I can just Thunder Wave, like, safely. Because there's really nothing much this thing can do to me. So I get the Intimidate off. And then if I Thunder Wave and then... I'm afraid that Pelipper's going to come in, though. That's the only thing. We'll do it anyway. Getting a pair off on... Okay, getting a pair off on this would be great if we connect, which we do, and no Lumberry, which is awesome. Now, what does this thing click here? I can bring in Bulking, and I get a free Shelter, pretty much, because I'll outspeed this thing, I hope. It's not going to click a Ground or a ground or fighting type attack against me. I mean, I hope not, right? And I'll get the leftovers plus the grassy terrain, so I think this is... Ooh, he subs. Okay. Okay. Now, let's see. Status. Paralyzed. You're 103. I definitely outspeed you. He's also got the leftovers, so he might try to, like, Leech Seed, do that kind of shenanigans here. But I think it's, again, with the grassy terrain, I think it's okay. Because eventually he's going to get paralyzed, right? Like, eventually he will. Or do I just Flash Cannon? Yeah, I don't want him to keep it. Ooh, he gets fully parried there. Unfortunate. For him, not for me. So once we're at +2, Body Press and Flash Cannon do about the same. So I really wish I was, like, Fizz Def right now. So I think I'm just gonna Shelter here. Yeah, there's the Leech Seed. Okay, that makes sense. But again, with the grassy terrain, one more turn. Yeah, I'm gonna Body Press. Does 40%. Damn, he gets a lot back from that. Okay. Probably gonna try to substitute here. You can't leech seed the Espeon, which is great news for us. I'm gonna bring an Espeon, expecting a substitute. Drum beating with the speed drop on me. Oh, that's so sad. Okay. That did 72. He can't grassy terrain. Well, I mean, he can't. What am I trying to say? I think I just psychic. I think I will just psychic. Because I just need damage on this thing. He's being annoying as hell. Pelipper comes in. Okay, the rain is up for the last time in the game. I'm going to protect. It's very safe here. I don't see this thing subbing. I feel like it's banded, so, you know. Liquidation comes out. Now, I don't even think it's... Is it even worth bringing in Gyarados? Because he's going to be at -1. Do I have a risk of, like, dying to 2 of those? I don't even know. +5, I hope not. -1. Okay, wow, that does, like, nothing. Am I missing something? I feel like these calcs are just, like, off. Like, there's no way that does 12 to 14%. Oh, I forgot the choice band. Okay. But still, that's like 21% max. I can just bring in Slither. But then he gets the free... No, but because he'll be paralyzed, so I can just taunt. I still feel like Espeon's helpful here because that Psychic on the Rillaboom would be huge. And he can't lead sheet me, because I can kind of block that, right? Oh, shoot, what is this? I don't even know. Like 200? It's not 200, it's like 152. I'm trying to figure out how much special attack I have in this, because I didn't put it in the calc. Which does a Psychic do to a Rillaboom? Yeah, it does a decent chunk. I'm going to bring in Slither here. Because I feel like it's the right play. Liquidation, 28%. See, I told you that calc is just wrong. I mean, I don't know what happened there, but damn. Okay. If I get a Thunder Wave off, set piece will outspeed this thing. If he switches, I can just taunt. Okay, I'm gonna taunt. That way, you cannot set up a substitute, which I know you're trying to do here. And then you kind of have to click Drum Beating if that's the only attacking move you have. Okay, Leech Seed. That's perfectly fine. I think I just bring in Bulking here and try to set up as many shelters as possible before he can get the Leech Seed. Okay, Barraskewda comes in. He's not even rain boosted here. Now, a Close Combat could come out here, but that doesn't even knock me out. And once I get rid of this, I can just deal with Rillaboom some other way. Oh, but what if he doubles back in a Rillaboom here? Oh, that would suck. That'd just be annoying. He probably will, yeah. Okay. You know, let's just Flash Cannon. Let's just do some damage and hope to paralyze. Oh, he misses. Okay. So I got 2 paras and a miss on the lead sheet. I'm lucky as hell. He might bring in Barraskewda here because I'm using Flash Cannon. God, if I was like Fizz Def instead of Spidef, that would be so much better here. I'm gonna go into last second so he doesn't have, so he can't predict the double. Okay, Protect. Wow, what an annoying set this thing is. Wow. Okay, so Psychic knocks that out, and then Barraskewda is the last Pokemon. He's gonna forfeit, so we get the 4-0. Well, I don't have to say GG because he's already gone. Yeah, that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Kind of a weird one, to be honest. I don't know. I didn't even really use Cinderace how I imagined I would. Zoroark picked up 2 kills that it probably shouldn't really have gotten. Like maybe 1, but not even. I don't know, man. Rillaboom, if it lived that, I don't know. I did get the hacks with a Thunder Wave, but getting that off would be, you know, was really nice. And do I even have a Grass type on this team? No, I feel like I do. Oh yeah, Rotom. Rotom's a Grass type, which I I had like 2 seconds before the game started, and then I took it out for Espeon, which I think was actually a pretty good. It was a pretty effective set in this game against like the Heatran, and then late game against the Rillaboom. We were able to kind of just apply enough pressure with Staraptor and Espeon, and then I guess Cinderace to an extent, to where like once the rain was gone, it was like I think we had it in the bag. It was just kind of a you know, how many Pokemon would we have to sack? And my opponent tried to move around late game to see what they could do, but yeah, we ended up taking the W here, a 4-0 victory. Probably should have been like more of a 2-0 or a 3-0, but that's how it goes sometimes. So I guess I don't know who'll get the last kill. I guess we'll give it to Espeon, maybe, even though Bearscute would have knocked it out, but it is what it is. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please smash that like button, and I'll see you guys next week for week number 2. Alright, thanks for watching.